Well, it happened again. In the space of 10 years, from 2014 to 2024, we lost 4 grand finals, 3 of them by 60 points or more. How does that happen? This was just an absolutely pathetic performance. 2 years on from our 81-point belting at the hands of Geelong, I thought we had matured. I thought that we were a far better team than we were back then. That year was probably it just wasn't our time. We'd really overachieved that year. The talents on that list got 2 years to mature, 2 years to get better, and the same result. The same result. I cannot believe it. Hey, I'll give them something. At least they were in the game at quarter time. Couldn't say that about 2022, but my God, those last 3 quarters, they were just absolutely terrible. Why? Why did this happen? I don't understand. We gave up that second quarter when the going got tough instead of fighting back, like Brisbane have done the last 2 weeks. And again today, they were up against it early. We actually started off pretty well. Kicked the first 2 goals through Hayward and Papley. Then we had another opportunity. I remember we were charging forward. Isaac Heaney just got ran down and stuffed his kick up going inside 50. But honestly, at that point, I was thinking, wow, we are on. It was a bit nervy early. Both teams were stuffing up their kicks. Brisbane had the shots at goal, but they were just shanking them. And then we just couldn't seem to hit a target inside forward 50. It wasn't even like Harris Andrews was dominating field position early. There was multiple times where Luke Parker was an easy hit up target or someone else was an easy hit up target and we just completely fluffed the kick. Then Brisbane are doing the same up forward. And then when we kicked those first 2 goals in quick succession, I thought, okay, that's the icebreaker. We're on here. And then what happened for the rest of the game? I don't know. Brisbane fought back. You know what? I suppose that was to be expected. And then they took an 8-point lead into quarter time. We're typically slow starters. 8 points is definitely not the worst result. We've been down by a lot more at quarter time breaks this season. I was pretty confident that we could really, really get going. And we were about level with them to start off the second quarter. And then they kicked 6 goals, just like... How does that happen? How can you let that happen? I just don't understand. Our midfield is supposed to be the best in the competition. Isaac Heaney, Chad Warner, Errol Goulden. And yet, they just couldn't get anything going out of the middle. The Brisbane players wanted it more. Our players looked like they didn't know how to defend in the middle of the ground, and then everything just fell Brisbane's way. The second and third quarter were just absolutely atrocious. I honestly don't really know what more to say. It's not even much of a review, but 4 grand final losses in a row. And yet, nothing has changed. I thought for sure that we were going to be a better team than 2022, and yet the scoreline at 3/4 time, the scoreline was nearly identical to what it was in 2022. 4 junk time goals in the last quarter. Well, they mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. Brisbane deserved it. They wanted it more. They were hungrier. A tougher team. They had better chemistry than us. Yeah. I can't really say any more than that. Over the off season, I haven't heard too much trade news from our camp. We've got to target key forwards, or we've got to get our key forwards that we currently have on the list up to standard. They did nothing. Logan McDonald was subbed off at halftime. Should have even played. I was under the impression that he was like all good to go right from the start of the week, but that brings his injury today and being subbed out brings that into a bit of. I've got to question whether he really was ready to go. Joel Amartey did nothing. Hayden McLean kicked 1 goal maybe. Didn't really do much. Did he even kick a goal? I'm not sure. I think he missed actually. Let's see. Did he even kick a goal? I'm starting to think he didn't. He didn't. He had 1 behind. Yeah, that's not a great forward mix. Those 3 key forwards. I know that Amartey and McDonald are still relatively young, but it's absolutely nothing from them today. Luke Parker was all right, I guess. Kicked 3 goals in the last quarter when goals meant nothing. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I guess that'll be it. Recharge and get set ready to go in 2025. I can't see us getting back to the grand final again. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.